situation. In the press conference, it was pretty low energy. Aspas says, we just ran around the map for an hour and a half. Kiko going to be challenged early, and Cortezia actually looks a little worse for wear. Backing up, giving some space. There's Penny already in front of a home crowd, delivering. Patitech through the walls, able to find two. And that leaves Verno and Shennon with it all to do.
Verno getting up top right now with a shift. They're going to cut noise, want to press forward. They need to get a kill before they can even try to plant. But Verno's just going to get caught on the side.
Nats is just a little too clever for that. Patitech exits the round with 3. And
it's so cool to see him get this opportunity again. He has been grinding for something like this.
Playing under such a reliable champion IGL. It'll be Penny and Nats over here on the B site early. Nats has a feel for this timing, so going to cut off access to that far side of yellow, but Aspas has already dug Nats out. It's an IGL down. And behind this controller, Util, they're going to go for a plant, but Penny tries to stand his ground. He's overrun. Kiko at least through this gap found a second through the wall as well. And Aki's Team Liquid a real staging ground for a retake. Aspas will be allowed to plant.
A couple guns actually recovered for MIBR, giving them additional opportunity. Guardian for Aspas.
They're lining up. Oh, it doesn't matter. Patitech a little sharper in that instance. And Genom, one of the quietest rookies on this MIBR squad in their debut here in Toronto, has to solve this problem. Camo's waiting for him to come around the corner. That's an exit. Aspas has already started to inch forward in the jail direction.
That's your very standard util early. There we go from Cortezia. Patitech punished for the jump up, and now Jern going to get additional info towards the site. Would love to force Camo off this angle with the Outlaw.
Camo giving another option just to fall off those op lines. Outlaw in hand in this round though. Snakefire here to try and canvas the point, but it's Camo down already. It's the Outlaw. The game, Cove thrown up by Kiko, hoping to make some use of it, but Aspas is ready to fight him in this site. Team Liquid have been denied, and all their good guns have been knocked out of their hands.
The critical reason of why MIBR have had so much success on this Icebox map is how well they play around the harbor.
Aspas blindsided by Nats' emergence.
Drone going deep. Penny wants to reach inside. Doubled up with Patitech. Here comes that ultimate.
Aspas goes up to 410 as well, looking for a bit of an angle around, but Penny dealt with Cortezia pretty comfortably. Through the wall, wrap around the corner, it's going to be Verno Artazine, and Aspas have a crossfire, and that was clinical deconstruction of Liquid's defense here. Camo's on the outside looking in, and he'll be pursued by young Verno. And brought down.
Him on the duelist on his primary role over Camo right now.
Frees up Camo to play the more aggressive, sort of util-focused agents. Just like in theory, the chamber. But MIBR, look at how they dissect, break up this A side. Yes, it's against Jermson pistols, but we saw that in the gun round as well.
One enemy remaining.
Keiko lit up there. All too easy. This one should pass to that event. Nat's hoping for something on the backside here. Cortezia, one of the highest rated players.
And MIBR are going to peel away from that A side, given that he's all the way up here. But Nats, oh, he catches Shennon. Will he expect Cortezia, though, who is also Hunter's Fury, disrupting?
And counter and Tube definitely brewing without the Viper, of course. MIBR can still make use of the harbor wall to get in here. Kiko is down. Nats fighting in the side. Glancing blow from that Blade Storm. Still wants to challenge Aspas and rips him a new one. Artazine a little on the lower side as Penny's been able to pluck Verno out of formation. So MIBR down to the youngsters. That's Cortezia in a 1 versus 4. Patitech spotted playing out in the open. Penny has the spacing to swing off of it. And TL, keep this one at a simmer. Early encounter over at A. With the
plus a reckoning to try and keep this momentum going. Break the Team Liquid economy. Verno one tag.
And attack in danger. Verno converts it. That had to be a run.
Denied by that Molly temporarily.
They respect it. Now going to make the win through rafters. MIBR have the hot foot. They've got to keep moving. And Aspas just can't connect a shot as Artazine on 410 now. Nats will show himself in theory. Just in time, Artazine can connect. Verno and Shennon now have to lock it down. Camo low in the back corner. And it's on Verno. Newest addition to MIBR. Keiko got it to half. One bullet in the chamber. It's not enough. Keiko able to finish him off. Complete the defuse, and that's 2 in a row for TL.
Look, they just love hitting this site, and why not? They are very good at it, and they've got the lockdown to free things up. What a shot from Kiko. A playing so far forward.
Don't get in my way.
It's covered off the push into screens. Here comes a Viper's Pit from the back of the site, in theory to give TL a way in. Artazine here's got Camo dead to rights. That was Shennon able to find him, and Kiko now needs to find a timing to get out of this pit, but it has been rough. You can see TL don't necessarily have the tools to break in now without the Reckoning.
Pretty straightforward when it comes to this attack app, so why not stack? Recon instantly broken. Opposite Team Liquid, not the greatest weapons, actually spam through.
And they're inside the side. This is exactly what MIBR wanted. Trap them in with a high tide. Reckoning for Kiko. No plant yet, 48 seconds in the round though. Penny's gonna drop down and get the better of Verno. Kiko, swing, it's good. Shannon dealt with. Cortezia can't hold.
Operator for Penny, one of the OG great offers of the NA Valorant scene.
Verno plays off of that dart yet again. Another 100. Back into the pit he goes. MIBR taking a more defensive stance now inside this Viper ult. Panatek has found Verno right at the back at Belts. Camo's going in. He's low enough as it is. It's all the same to him if he decays somewhat to try and take this fight. Nanoswarm on the spike location itself. Camo down, but he was low. Artazine being pressured now. Another one from Panatek from long range. And there's Nats. He's in the thick of it. Decay down, and now the pit is gone. Genom's able to find Panatek, but that's not nearly enough. A brilliant retake from TL. Again, multiple controller ultimates to fight through.
Camo watching Belt, but Osboss, top tube. Nats could be under a lot of pressure.
Got Dizzy as well, might swing at the same time. Nats is overwhelmed. There's not much he can do. It's a verified high-low setup thrown out there by MIBR. And Kiko lingers too long in mid. Genom's starting to gobble him up now.
That's a...
Penny now is going to be here for the long haul as it stands, and Artazine walks into his line.
Spike down.
That's a spike drop too.
That information is crucial. MIBR, they like going for this double lurk with both their Viper and the KJ. Working a mid. Oh, Panatek too aware.
Oh, man.
They really are aware as to how MIBR love to play this area of the map. There's multiple lurks. Kiko is on one right now. The aim is just stunning in this first
Angle will have to stay. The line he gets pushed into the cloud burst. Aspas, okay, realizes Penny's there. One shot is good, but Penny emerges with a headshot immediately with a ghost. Cortezia has to get in here. Panatek has slapped him back down to a paltry 8 points of health, and Kiko gets the plant.
These players are so weak right now for TL. Having to wade through a lot of that Viper utility. They were in some serious danger. Recon available for Verno, going to go back yellow. Can it be played off of effectively?
Shannon is walking up on this. He'll have two angles to watch, but Camo's made some noise, and it's an easy finish now to wrap around. He's going to try and do it all. Here's Verno, young gun. Not enough. Kiko continues his
defense, get the economy rolling, get the AWP in the hands of Osboss. That is always a win con.
So far, this has not played out. Artazine just flies a little bit too far, even on a rifle round, to adequately defend any of these sites. So they'll play the pacifist approach to the rest of this round. And this is now the most rounds that MIBR have conceded.
They might have.
The high tide, Aspas gets ahead of it straight away. Cloudburst here for Penny to play, but Aspas is going to go over the top. Camo's down. Oh, it is! What? Vamos Aspasin! Massive three-piece. Panatek and Keiko now have to pick up the pieces. And Aspas is still looking for more.
30 seconds.
He has come alive.
One enemy remaining.
Verno will supplement his effort earlier on. 4 for Aspas. And MIBR, come on.
What the hell? I am absolutely stunned.
Cortezia might give them one, but is he aware of Nats shoved up here? Can't find the correction in time. Nats is going to ask for more. Verno eats the vulnerable and hopes to have an opportunity, but it does not present itself. Nats is out of there.
And all the while with that mid-action. Okay, Artazine does catch out Penny on the retreat. This is getting awkward. Nats is everywhere, taking duels.
Chenom, though, we rarely expect that second player up tube. MIBR are also emphasizing their defensive efforts in mid.
Look at Osboss, he's on the long flank right now, but
There's a
Panatek aware.
Really spotted up by the trademark, some sound made. Panatek, patient, waiting on this. Aspas! Can't run back against the nasty spray transfer. Chenom through the wall, timing hurts him though. Camo deals with him. And now to push up over towards Crows. This Verno didn't have a chance. Team Liquid
is daring them to face. Oh, pinged out.
Spray this one. Cortezia steps up. But Verno at least is able to complete the trade. At the moment, Chenom here starting to think about drifting back towards the epicenter of the action, which is Nats here with the Outlaw up tube.
It is remarkable that. Oh my
God,
God.
wide
Osboss
swing.
just facing into the open, gun down.
Kiko handles him comfortably, but there was another gun trained on Aspas anyway.
All right, high tide is going up. Counter high tide from...
What is Nats doing?
Martin Verno is trying to entrench himself into the site.
30 seconds
Blood is
left.
on the spiral.
How?
Oh no! Nats! He's in the walls!
Proactive. One of these MIBR players needs to make noise for the other.
He's going for it. Spotted Kiko, though, can't handle him now. Eyes over towards Raft, and Nats challenges him! Gets destroyed! But elsewhere, Shenham was...
Why and convert off the back of that ultimate?
Verno, who was nonchalant like a second skin, is going to have to keep that composure as Aspas again goes down early without support and a wide swing into the attackers.
He's just out in the open, caught after the smoke drops. Pretty disastrous. Look at this force from MIBR. There's just two sheriffs. Ardzin taking matters into his own hand.
It all drop down. They might look to take multi-faces as they contact now into the A site. First challenge, Leon Shenham taken down Ardzin. Shenham's able to find the spacing off of it at least, but Camo's gotten in there. Team Liquid now starting to scrap for the site, and it's only Shenham standing under rafters. It's not enough for MIBR. This all.
And for the first time in VCT, will deal a loss to MIBR and Icebox.
Zia handled all too easily by Penny.
With Aspas, who has been eager to take duels on this A-side. Hunter Spirit coming through Penny midair.
Ardzin handled comfortably. Just one blade was enough to do it, but he had more where that came from. Another great Hunter Spirit from Verno, but it's...
Oh, vulnerable up, MIBR, they're in backside. This is Team Liquid with more players. Passive just in the pit, allowing MIBR to come to them. Pressure now on the spike.
Gives it a tap, draws the util out of TL, but there is still more. Panatek has two shockies to play with. Shenham ducks in, sees very little, backs out. Recon bolt comes through. Penny has his head ripped off. Cortezia finds those shots.
Last player
And
standing.
on the spike is Verno. He's gotten it to half. Are they going to know he's going to be dead? They're too busy dealing with the rest, but Nats! What a way to end it!
Just a staple for early sunset fight in elbow.
It's too early for them. The timing's off. They tried to throw a paranoia and play off of it, but Team Liquid were a second early.
Going up, and MIBR, they have nothing to really get through it. Maybe a recon.
You're kidding me! Oh man, inside the poison orbit drops, and Nats is able to find just a stunning shot.
Sheriff, the Brazilian star, that is the only light upgrade into this round. Verno, unfortunately caught on the exit. Of course, only had a classic. Similar to Icebox after the pistol round was won on attack from Team Liquid, they invest very heavily into this round 2. There they didn't have a ghost at all, actually, which is pretty typical here. But yes, this is the breach nerf going away to the Sova that's very relevant. Look at this hit from Camo all the way through, Link off the fast lane, relay bolt to press forward, but Aspas shuts him down.
Ardzin though is dealt with. Aspas can't really help trade that kill. Panatek is in position, playing around this one way. Trapwire is also there, so MIBR don't have anywhere to go now. They're going to be pinched in this part of the map. They've got to fall back to Halls, ideally. Kiko wants to take the fight to Aspas, and he had his back turned. 4-0 for Kiko. Again, dominant showing on Icebox. He has stepped up massively. And our serial doesn't have to do a damn thing. Shenham is stuck here.
Team Liquid, they know it's definitely possible that a player is here. Shenham with the first.
Now it's a matter of numbers. Overwhelm that position ideally, but Shenham's able to TP away and still might look to take the fight. Cats Nation, do they have the answer? You'd better believe it. Verno and Cortezia grouped up in Link now. One last crack at this. It's bonus round, too strong for them. Apparently Cortezia gets in though, through the cyber cage in the back of sight, gives it a tap. Verno decayed down, but healing up. Kiko steps out, wide swing from Human now. Nats has to clutch this away. Almost gets there. But it's your nonchalant King Verno that's able to get MIBR into the map.
Much like against
Costly though, look at the weapons at MIBR. Stinger, Bulldog mixed in with the Guardian. Shenham can't get value out of his weapon. Aspas is able to
cut as they go into market. Eventually they'll have to break this strip, give up the game. Low HP Camo, maybe he can make some space and can trade it off.
There it is, Cortezia, Seal and Panatek both go down. Nice little setup here.
Spike down.
Ardzin,
30
Bulldog a little bit wayward. But he's Verno in a clutch position again, and he delivers against a true veteran. Go for it. Ardzin the Herald gets on in there, but now Hunter's Fury comes straight through. Panatek trying to light them up as they get on in here. Serial going to be outdone by Cortezia and the Guardian. Ardzin finally finds connection with that Outlaw. Nats's goes though, too sharp. Kiko now gets that rifle in play. Then he gets value. Found two, leaving Panatek on his own. But he can hear the yells from the stage here. With every round MIBR put together, their confidence starts to build.
Their economy is being kept very honest. One of the other sides
There's
of
a
the
timing. There's a timing from Verno here through spawn. Spotted by Camo, who'll now get ahead of it. Boba.
Oh, I love this from MIBR trying to get control of B main. This has to be a trade from Aspas, and he connects with the rocket.
Now we can double back. There's action over at B. Camo is in that site. Nat's also causing problems towards the top of mid, but Verno again! He's the kryptonite of the champion.
A little bit weak, and he is biding his time. Team Liquid, they would love to be able to push for some space together rather than feeling encircled in sight. Was that just spray?
But Camo is stuck on that line. It's going to be a tough fight for him to win. Aspas gives himself away now. Great paranoia for Shannon to get him, but Aspas is dealt with. He would have had to find 3. And Kiko again slap. Obviously one will be set up behind Liquid. One look and all will be revealed. Codazia just snarled up though in an engagement in front of main. And this is what Aspas wanted last round. A recon to try and set him up. Nothing was shown from it, and here's Nats happy just to play out in the open by main. Doesn't see Verno cross. He's revealed. Timing was there. Serial dealt with him comfortably. Stinger and Sheriff now to go for it for MIBR. They grouped up, and that's just going to go looking punished for that. Outlaw unrecoverable though, and so is the round as far as MIBR concerned. Shannon found a second, but eventually Tielta's overload and happened to be the blunt object to try and crack A open, but he's just the solo player. He can sell ice to an Inuit. Shannon cleans him out, but now MIBR realize the action really is over on B, but it's a Viper's Pit post plant already set up. Short-handed as TLR. They've got strong defensive positions.
That was a great trade from Verno. That flash was used early. I'm not sure if our team was able to connect. Okay, just spam through. Normally with a pit down, that's a no access to sight moment, but Verno comes up.
He's not done either. Serial here trying to play from lobby. Serial killer, they call him, but Cortesia able to fight back here for MIBR. They waited on this ability to buy back into the game. It's a costly one for them. But Verno, once again, maybe he just thought better of it not to. Into the site they are. Paranoia really hitting hard. Confusing here for Artazine. Camo now will look to step out. Some good old-fashioned fights here, and it's, of course, blood for halls. So TL don't have to overextend. There's no undue risks that need to be taken here. Nats, though, getting chunked low with this wallbang spam, and Verno again is the one that puts MIBR on the board in this round. All out to the sun they go! And Patatek will end the round.
Soon the Team Liquid are just walking into market right now, slowly, silently.
That cam from Cortesia is designed to be able to look into B main as well. Rid of Kiko. Spraying through the dark cover here is MIBR trying to slow the game down, but Camo's gotten in and onto the site. This is now a problem. All of MIBR playing from Boba. They might try and flood in on off timing. It is Aspas leading the way. Shannon was able to get there with the classic Serial under pressure, but takes his. Now a beat, a break in the action. Reloads, Aspas a little bit low. Shot down, takes Serial down to 10, and Shannon converts. It's just Nats. No plant yet for TL. TP from Shannon heard as he gets back into Boba, and he shows a little bit of leg.
Spotted out, drone going to come in from Verno. Nats forced to dodge that for now. The Sova has not been able to recover a decent weapon. He's just got the classic. Verno versus Nats again.
Verno shoulder piece here, Nats is ice cold. He's ice cold. He's just got enough time to find the plant. Gets it in. Will be spotted out by Verno. It's time to fight. Verno is 35, very low, but he has the drop on Nats, who's watching the other corner. Ring around the rosy, but Nats now is convinced that this is the line he's looking for. Ice cold.
Bro push right down mid. Serial might have spotted someone barely on the cross. It's hard to tell, but it's in. What is that? Just spray through the smoke?
I mean, they challenged the one-way. Team Liquid. I guess, yeah, there's a smoke at Link, so he just played through that.
Yeah, did the
nutty timing.
Did the dark cover not go down in time, Serial? Right. Yell back in the round, but Shannon fast on the trade.
I mean, you never expect this, right? Challenge ahead of it, but then doesn't see a target, so back to box he goes. Kiko hit by the dizzy, flattened out. Beautiful, man. Finds a perfect timing to come back into the back four for Artazine. MIBR, man, that timeout really went a long way. That was definitely an audible that front.
Double face. This time it's Camo with a Bucky, though. They want to get into elbow. Shannon eyes on it.
Safer line, he's not one and done. Tark, but Camo doesn't care. Slides on in, detained though. Will there be a double swing? Yes, Artazine overwhelmed. So the player advantage stands with TL. Smoke to the top box of Ali, but Cortesia will play just on the vestiges of it. See Kiko coming! They've overestimated themselves, Team Liquid.
Spike down A.
A bit of a misassumption made about the position of the Cypher, and it's punished eventually. They bring Cortesia down. Verno's comfortable in his element, you'd think. Serial's able to pluck him out.
Oh, he just assumed another player wouldn't be coming from elbow.
This is now Aspas' chance to show us where the heck he's been. all week.
30
A
seconds.
1 versus 1, and he's dealt with by Serial. The 7 rep. We don't get it at all.
From MIBR, this is looking like a classic B hit and leaves your... Well, okay, well, Cypher's left in the dirt on tiles, actually. That is so tough. Artson now trying to scale into sight. Recon going in the back, dizzy through the wall. Can anyone actually capitalize off of it?
Going for a doubles back though, doesn't like what he sees, and that's because there's 4 players of DL looking straight at them. A veritable firing squad set up by the EMEA team, and Serial goes from strength to strength. Verno gets his and more, that's the question. It's Shenum down at 2. 0 pistols for MIBR as Team Liquid get another one. Widen the lead to 3 and start to tighten the thumb screws on this floundering.
Heck, unless it gets broken, but when they come out of elbow, Kiko is on the perfect angle to get an opener.
Crossfire broken up though. This is scary for Panatek. He's hit with the paranoia, but oh, Aspas taken down. Kiko's on the box, and that wasn't smoked for. 1 for 1. Shenum Sheriff claims him, but Camo now is dug in and ready to deliver.
Last player
Cortezia,
standing.
first casualty in the last round, now has to go big to clutch it. Just a stinger. Almost enough for Nats, but not quite. Camo exits with 3. And now...
Sure.
Okay. Just a tickle. Turns into a 41 health Shenum. And easily dominated by Panatek. Aspas down again. Verno's low after these early exchanges. And the Viper wall gets toggled yet again. MIBR. See what the Brains Trust have to put together. IGL Artazine still on the scene. But your options are becoming more and more limited. Okay.
TL just happy right now.
That was brutal.
That's just patient on this angle. Artson dealt with, and Cortezia shut down. Artson getting pretty close to the Thrash. Team Liquid, they have 3 players here again.
Walking this again. Okay. Oh shit, I'm punished for going for the orb. Nat's ready to cover.
Spike
That is
down
just
A.
centimeter perfect.
These trades are just coming too slow from MIBR. The swings are getting watched for. I mean, I'm sorry. How has that timing occurred? Maybe Cortezia can be the hero. MIBR, they want to pivot over towards him, but Verno's facing in mid.
Okay.
Beautiful tap.
A multi-face coming out of Verno, though. Look at that cool calm collector, but couldn't quite convert. Still evens up the game with Cortezia and this plane.
Grenade!
Into market.
Last player
Swings it, and there it is. Nuts is handled. Kiko's good for this. He's more than up for it. 12 and 8 over the course of the game. But Cortezia and Aspas are doubled up for it. Little swing, little peek. There it is. MIBR get one, finally. MIBR having to pay dearly for each one of these rounds.
Kiko was able to avoid that recon, so he's still set up with Camel Paranoia into the relay. Ball up, just Fury as well.
More, they want more.
Beautiful trap play to find an early advantage. Look at Nats even walking down mid into tiles.
And the spike is loose on the wrong side of the one-way. Aspas has to find a way to recover him. Nats on that walk.
And he's just thinking, why is he even here? Panatek timing Shenum with the G. The rest of the team won't be able to get too much anyhow, with Artson being pretty low.
Foolish.
All right, good shot.
All right.
Stay alive.
Cortezia lit.
Done with you.
Another thrash usage here, a reprise performance. Trapwire caught. Looks like he gets to the back of the side. Nats is taken out. Kamoki with an outlaw. Can't quite connect enough of that damage. And all the ultimates employed by MIBR. This was their Hail Mary round. And it looks like they're set to convert. Aspas with the fadeaway shot on Panatek, and Camo's outlaw has a fair bit of application here, but it's a stacked deck against the EMEA squad. Camo dealt with. MIBR once again come up for air, and it smacks of a one and done, but he's got the speed to get out of the smoke at the very least.
The thing is, the existence of that Bucky is pushing the rest of the team into Liquid, who are stacked up, market and mid.
Nat's got 1 kill in market now, falls back to the B side. TL, how do they get Camo involved with this Bucky? Nat's mid-rounding now. Kiko, what a timing. Aspas again perched up on the kiosk when the 10th spot is taken down, and Nats has an opportunity here to really ruin the day.
30 seconds left.
Just Verno again. How much can you ask this guy to do? Kiko shuts him down. More, so maybe a loosened grip on A for TL. Fast lane, Panatek that wants to hang around. He knows the death blow is there. The Damocles sword hangs above MIBR as they await their fate. Cortezia has to get them out of here. Neural theft to see Kiko and Serial lining up for a double face. And so the hope of Brazil is vanquished. A miss.